How many of you here diligently network on a day-to-day basis and have reliable interpersonal connections, as well as a strong social media presence? Probably not a lot of you, which makes sense, otherwise, like, why would you be here today? So what if we told you that you could easily achieve all of these things and more simply by just networking? Well, that's exactly what a student here at VCU, just like you did, as well as appeared on a billboard ad and even starred in their own commercial. My name is Corey Ong.
Hi, I'm Christiana McManus.
I'm Adam Drain.
I'm Erica Joyce.
I'm Kevin Claude.
And we're students here at VCU, and we work at VCU's Career Services. And today we're going to give you a rundown on everything you need to know about networking. And this is going to include the different types of networking, all of the benefits of it, and how to get started. So before we jump right into it, first we're going to address the question, what exactly is networking?
Networking means building professional relationships with people in your profession or industry. When it comes to career development, networking is often overlooked by many students. But it is very important to remember that networking is an ongoing process that takes time and nurturing. So you're better off starting off young. The goal is to build and maintain connections with people who would mutually give you support. Isn't that right, Chris?
Yes, in order to effectively build those personal and professional relationships, you need to know types of networking that best fit you. Today I'm going to talk about two types: casual contact networks and strong contact networks. Casual contact networks, these are going to be a large group of people, from 100 to 200 people, and they're going to be from a variety of different professions, and you're going to meet typically about once a month or once every few months. These are going to be essential for getting referrals to your strong contact networks. And strong contact networks are people you meet with either day to day or on a weekly basis, typically over lunch or at a meeting. Now, strong contact networks are going to be essential for building your powerful long-term relationships.
The reason why it's important to understand the different types of networking is so you can get the most out of your preferred medium. So I'll just quickly go into like online networking, which is primarily done through social media. And there are many different platforms. I'm sure you're all somewhat familiar with these. These are just the most conventional ones I put up here, and it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And the biggest segue is just to understand that like each of these has certain different benefits from one another. So for example, like if you're just looking for career opportunities, then you would for sure want to use LinkedIn. But if you are starting up your own business, then you probably would want to invest more of your resources and time into like Facebook or Instagram. And this way you could establish credibility by developing a stronger social media presence. And it's not just all business related too, like you can network for other reasons as well. Like for me personally, I've used Twitter as my main platform to establish my credibility and social media presence through one of my hobbies, which was competitive gaming. And through this, I've netted like a bunch of sponsorships and stuff, which I guess is still like somewhat business related, but I've also used it for more like recreational purposes, like being able to get like make contacts and get like flown out to like big events and stuff. And as you can see, this sort of like leads into the next point, which is the benefits of networking. And Adam, you want to talk more about that?
Of course I do. Now, the main key benefit is connecting with your business peers in your workforce. And when you connect with these peers, it'll lead to referrals and it'll lead to you meeting higher ups that are also connected with them. And when you meet these higher ups, it'll increase your notoriety and thus increase your brand or business exposure. And this exposure will take your business to the next level. And multiple studies have shown that when you have an open network, it'll lead to higher rates of promotion and a higher overall salary. Also, when connecting with your business peers, it'll give you a renewed sense of confirmation in your own ideas, and it may also create other ideas that'll lead to further expanding your business and your overall knowledge. Now, these opportunities come through luck, and this is because luck is when preparation meets opportunity, and the only way to luck your way onto a job is to start networking. What are some other benefits, Chris?
Thanks for asking. Another couple amazing benefits are the advice and the confidence and morale boost you're going to get from these people you network with. In the business world, there are many people who have already done all the trial and error process that you are about to incur. Now, if you take advice from them that saves you so much time for that entire time and effort you're gonna put into that trial and error process. And don't forget, in the business world, time is money. So it's gonna save you money in the long run. Another really good benefit is the boosting confidence and morale. In the business world, people are very outgoing, talkative, and they have a very strong presence and personality. And if you're not like that, you will not succeed in the business world. So surrounding yourself with those types of people and networking with those types of people is gonna significantly help you in the long run. Now, another amazing example of someone who has conquered the social networking aspect is Almira Zaki.
Just like you guys, Almira Zaki is a student here at VCU. We thought she would be the perfect example because of her credibility and reputation on campus. Almira has worked as VCU's concert director as well as campaign ambassador, appearing in magazines, commercials, and billboard advertisements. At a young age, Almira understood the importance of working hard and building her experiences and skills on and off campus, but most importantly, she learned the importance of building strong, long-lasting relationships with her team. Almira always makes sure to treat everyone genuinely and always be real so that people would want to know more about her and would want to be a part of her life and her journey. Networking, here you can see how close Almira is with everyone she's worked with. Networking has opened up more doors and opportunities for Almira that she would not have been able to find herself if she stayed in her own bubble. Thanks to networking, Almira is one step closer to achieving all her dreams. Here's a video of Almira, VCU's Make It Real ad featuring Almira.
The city is part of the package. You've got the safety of the campus and the energy of the community. Degrees aren't just earned on paper. They're earned through experience.
Now, everything we talk about is great and all, but it doesn't have any value unless you effectively know how to network. Now, over 70% of jobs are unlisted, and in order to learn about those jobs, you have to make connections. And here at VCU, you guys have a wonderful time or a wonderful chance of making those professional relationships here at our very own career fair that we hold right here in the School of Business. Now, before going into those, you should make a few preparations. One, you should do some research. Research some of the companies that are there. That way you know what their goals are and if they align with yours. And when you go in there and talk to those recruiters, you can have a genuine conversation with them and not just get spewed information from the recruiter. Now, next thing you should work on is what we call an elevator pitch. Now, your elevator pitch is pretty much a brief 30 seconds persuasive speech about who you are, what your degree education is, what you want to do, some of the goals, some of the clubs you're a part of, and stuff like that. Just gives you your credibility. The next thing is, after doing that, going in there, you should make sure, of course, address accordingly. So business casual at the least, business formal if it makes you feel more confident. Now, with that confidence going in there, you should make pretty good connections. The recruiters will enjoy you. You should also enjoy it. But after talking to them, that isn't the end. You also need to follow up. After you go home, email them, say, thank you for talking to me, answering some of my questions. Here's a copy of my resume. I look forward to talking to you again in the future. But now, making those face-to-face interactions is more genuine. It isn't as practical in today's society as online is. Isn't that right, Adam?
Correct. This disconnect from face-to-face connections is what gives you access to millions of people on the internet. And this access also comes through your friends, because each time you tag someone in a Snapchat video or in an Instagram post, you are actively giving them free promotion, thus increasing their network, and every time you do it for them, you increase their network. This leads to your business expanding, and if you're really struggling for a job, you can access LinkedIn. And LinkedIn is a key way to find a job because 92% of Fortune 500 companies are active on LinkedIn. And there are over 120,000 VCU alumni currently on LinkedIn. So it's a great way to find jobs, and it's very easy to start. Now, when you contact these businesses, you'll need to know that you can't just ask them whenever you need something, or else you look desperate and unprofessional. And this will come off as self-centered. So you start by asking them questions about their business field or about the business in general. And this will slowly but surely lead to further conversations, increasing your trust in them. And then when you need an opportunity or you need a job, you contact them. And because you built this trust, it'll in turn lead to the best returns on your networking. Lastly, these experiences are a great way to teach you how to network and great ways to do it.
So now you know that networking is about making professional relationships and managing those relationships.
So remember to take into account the different types of networking.
What the benefits are.
How to make it effective.
And going forward, remember, your network is your network.
Thank you all for coming. Hope you enjoyed our presentation, and now we're going to pass out a few flyers about, just has a little extra networking tips on it.